Morning, it's tea time today. I don't need to be awake as much, so we're having tea instead of coffee. So, the politics of today is there is some sort of a feeling. If you recall, 20 years ago, there was a movie called The Matrix, or over 20 years ago, where there was a feeling there is something behind reality that is determining the reality, but it's not part of reality. And it seems like when we hear the news, I don't know, to me, every time I hear the news is I ask myself, what else they're not telling me? I can't help myself. It's just every time, are they covering for something else? What are they doing? Why are they using certain words when obviously these words don't fit? It's it's weird, and but it's the same. But it seems the same like in that movie is that what we see, the world that is pulled in front of our eyes between the social media and the regular media um, is intersubjective. That term in psychology, which means a subjective reality that is common and shared between a lot of people. I'm not a psychologist, but that's what I understand of that term. It's stuff like I don't know, borders between countries. You know, the animals don't care if it's Canada or United States when they cross to them. That part of the mountain is the same of the other part of the mountain. Is there food there? That's what they care about. They don't see a border. A border is something that humans created and everybody shared, and we can make laws and punish people because of that. We can close them, we can go to war. Um, Money is another example. You know, the same note that you can print a $1 bill is the same note that you can print a $100 bill, I think. What's the difference? With one, I can only buy from the dollar menu. With the other, I don't know, I can buy some avocados and papaya. Um, so that's the intersubjective world that is covered by the media and the social media, which they tell us what is danger, what is not danger. Um, the stuff they tell us that is danger, I mean, how does it hurt us really, right? And the stuff that says it's not danger, how does it benefit us? You know, they convince us about stuff, and because we are emerged in technology and electronics, that reality, that perception of reality becomes the real reality, and we form emotions and arguments, and people start hating, and people start getting angry. It is amazing to me when I watch that, when I watch people on television saying stuff that they're really meaning that, right? They really want to go after the president. And when, but there's no evidence, no proof. Everything is what they think is evidence. You know, they see people with, some guy with a, I don't know, some weird hat trespassing. I don't even know if it's trespassing, and they react certain way. But then, 2 years ago, when in the Kavanaugh hearing, they were doing exactly the same thing, even worse. Uh, they react differently, and one is terrorism, and one is freedom of speech. When two things are exactly the same and the reaction is different, you know that there is uh, that it's not real, right? The outrage is real, the anger is real, the hate is really real and can really hurt people. And these people can't wait to get their hate, on the road. Uh, However, the reason seems to be subjective, right? Is it just me? Now, in the poker world, a lot of times you see the same. People will get you to be what's called on tilt for reason that, you know, can really be ignored. If somebody across the table say something to you, like let's say he tells you you're cheap because you didn't tip big enough, right? And you get upset about it, that is subjective. You get upset. Your upset is real, and you can really get into a fist fight. However, the reason to be upset is is not real, right? Because if you want to be cheap, that's your decision. If what you tip the dealer you don't think is cheap, that's you. Nothing changed here, right? You're not a bad person. Let's say you're a normal person and you tip normally. You're not a bad person. You're not defined by what other people say. They can say, however, a lot of times they say it to put you what it's called on tilt. So you will make mistakes. So you'll um, uh, uh, drive your actions through extreme emotions. And in the poker table, you when you're on tilt and you get upset with somebody, you say, "I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get the chips." And when they go into the pot, they know it. So they go into the pot. They plan already ahead with a strong hand. So when you go against them to show them how strong and how upset you are, they kick your ass because they played you. They played you. They got you to be upset, and then you play your hand out of emotion instead of logic, instead of thinking. You are gambling, and that is brilliant on their part. However, as evil as it is, now in the poker table, that's fine. If it happens, uh, it's just a game. You go home, you do your thing. It should not be what drives your life. However, in politics, that is extremely dangerous because now you're getting into real harm. People's life can be ruined. Um, if you if you if you do what's called selective selective incorporation, I think it's called, when states and